The office went quiet the second he said it. Not the usual quiet. The kind that spreads fast. Like everyone just felt something shift. I stood across from him. Hand steady. Expression neutral. The billionaire leaned back in his chair. Confidence practically filling the room. "You won't quit," he said casually. Not loud. Not aggressive. Just, certain. A few executives smirked. Because they agreed. Everyone did. After all. Why would I? Single dad. Bills to pay. A daughter who depended on me. People like me don't walk away. We endure. We adapt. We stay. That's your move? I asked calmly. A dare? He shrugged slightly. Call it what you want. Then leaned forward. Just enough to make it personal. You need this job too much. There it was. Not the words. The assumption. That I had no choice. That survival meant obedience. I looked around the room. Faces watching. Waiting. Some curious. Some entertained. No one expecting what came next. I nodded once. Slow. Like I understood something clearly now. Then I turned. Walked back to my desk. The room stayed silent. Because no one knew what I was about to do. I opened my drawer. Pulled out a small box. Not rushed. Not dramatic. Just, deliberate. What are you doing? Someone whispered. I didn't answer. I picked up the photo frame first. My daughter smiling. Missing front tooth. Eyes full of light. Carefully. I placed it in the box. Then my notebook. A pen. A few personal things no one ever notices. Until they're gone. A chair creaked behind me. Someone shifted. Uncomfortable. Because slowly. It became clear. I wasn't joking. I closed the drawer. Picked up the box. And turned back toward him. The billionaire's expression had changed. Just slightly. But enough. You're making a mistake, he said. I shook my head. No, I replied. I'm making a decision. Silence hit harder this time. Because this wasn't defiance. It wasn't anger. It was control. You're walking away from a career, he said. I'm walking away from a place that thinks I can't, I answered. That landed. Hard. He stood now. No longer relaxed. No longer certain. And what exactly are you going to do? He asked. I met his eyes. Calm. What I always do, I said. Take care of what matters. A pause. Then I added. Quietly. And build something better. No one spoke. Because for the first time. They weren't watching an employee. They were watching someone who didn't need permission. I walked past them. Box in hand. No rush. No hesitation. Just out. Behind me. The billionaire didn't say a word. But if I had looked back, I would have seen it. That small crack in certainty. The moment he realized. He had just dared the wrong person. The doors closed behind me. Soft. But the sound echoed louder than anything inside that office. I didn't look back. Not once. Because if you hesitate, even a second, people mistake it for doubt. And I wasn't doubting. I stepped into the elevator. Just me. And the box. The reflection in the mirror looked the same. Same clothes. Same tired eyes. But something had shifted. Something lighter. My phone buzzed. Unknown number. I ignored it. Buzzed again. And again. I sighed. Answered. Yeah. A pause. Then. His voice. You really left. I leaned back against the elevator wall. You told me to quit, I said. That wasn't an instruction, he replied. That was an assumption. I almost smiled. Well, I said. You were wrong. Silence on the line. Not awkward. Just, recalculating. Come back, he said finally. Simple. Direct. I shook my head. Even though he couldn't see it. No. A beat. You're walking away from a lot, he said. I already did, I replied. The elevator doors opened. Lobby. People moving. Life going on like nothing happened. I stepped out. Still on the phone. What would it take, he asked. That question changed everything. Because now. He wasn't daring me. He was negotiating. I walked toward the exit. Sunlight spilling through the glass doors. It's not about money, I said. I know, he replied quickly. Then you already know the answer. I pushed the door open. Warm air hit my face. Freedom. Say it, he said. I stopped just outside. Looked out at the street. Cars passing. People rushing. Normal life. Respect, I said. A pause. Longer this time. You had it, he replied. I shook my head slightly. No, I said. You had my work. Another silence. I want both, I added. Now he understood. Fully. Come back tomorrow, he said. Not a demand. Not even a request. An opening. And? I asked. And things will be different. I let that sit. Because words are easy. Promises cheaper than silence. I don't come back for different, I said. I come back for clear. Then be clear, he said. I turned slightly. Watching a father across the street lift his kid into the air. The kid laughed. Loud. Free. I thought about my daughter. Her smile. Her trust. And I made the decision. I don't come back as an employee, I said. Silence. Sharp. Then what? He asked. I didn't hesitate. I come back as someone who can walk away again, whenever it's wrong. A breath on the other end. Authority, he said. Accountability, I corrected. Another pause. Then. A quiet exhale. All right, he said. Just that. No argument. No pushback. Because he knew. This wasn't a negotiation he could win the old way. I'll send the details, he added. I'll read them, I replied. And then. I hung up. No drama. No second thoughts. Just silence again. But this time. It wasn't empty. It was earned. I adjusted the box in my hands. And started walking. Because whether I went back or not. One thing had already changed. I wasn't someone who stayed because I had to. I was someone who chose. And that made all the difference. Didn't go back the next day. Or the day after. Not because I was unsure. But because I wasn't in a rush anymore. For the first time in a long time. I controlled the pace. Mornings were quieter. Walking my daughter to school. Holding her hand a little longer than usual. You're smiling more, she said one morning. I looked down at her. Am I? She nodded. Yeah. Like when you fix things. That stuck with me. Because she was right. But this time, I wasn't fixing something broken. I was choosing what deserved to be built. 3 days later, an envelope arrived. No logo. No unnecessary branding. Just my name. Inside, a single document. Clean. Precise. No fluff. No empty promises.